What's up everybody? And today I'm going to be doing a Medicham deck profile. Now this is not any ordinary Medicham deck. Believe it or not, even Professor K has yet to be with all of his decks.
Hey!
Hey, you know it's true.
It is.
And to put it like, here's a good way to sum it up. One of the decks he runs is Night March. So yeah, that should give you an idea how deadly this deck is. So let's get right into the profile. First here we're going to start with the obvious 3 meta type with the attack Smack for 1 fight and does 20 damage. Be sure to remember that later. Well, not later, in just a little bit. And the main event of the deck right here, Medicham. First off, let's look at the ancient trait. Omega Barrage. This Pokemon may attack twice a turn. That's what really makes Medicham good. And believe it or not, Medicham is a fairly cheap deck. So for all you new players out there, this is a great deck to start with. The attack we're really going to be focused here is Yoga Kick. 2 fighting, does 30 damage, and is not affected by weakness or resistance. Pretty good way to do the Medicham deck. Just using Yoga Kick twice. But there is another way. And that is with Celebi EX. With that ability, Time Recall, each year you evolve Pokemon can use any attack from its previous evolutions. That's where the Smack comes in handy. Now instead of Yoga Kick it twice, you can Smack twice for 10 less damage. It's more of an energy saving kind of thing, but the reasons behind that we'll get into later. And you know, no fighting deck is complete without Lucario EX, Missile Jab, Corkscrew Smash, I don't know why I said Smush, and Somersault Kick. Honestly, Lucario EX is just too good not to have at least 2 of in a fighting deck. Always having a decent hand of 6, you cannot ever go wrong with Lucario EX in a fighting deck. And the bane of my existence. 2 copies of a Lucha. So much it sickens me to admit it, Hawlucha is pretty good against EXs early on. And the free retreat definitely helps. And going back to Lucario, gonna run 1 Riolu and 1 Lucario from Plasma Storm. With the attack Hurricane Kick, 60 and 30 more damage for each prize card your opponent is taken. Now it's a little bit situational, but it's just too powerful not to run at least one of, because as you can see here, Medicham is only a 90 HP Pokemon, so it's gonna get knocked out and your opponent will be taking prizes. Why not just benefit from it with this powerful attack? So that does it for the Pokemon lineup, and we're gonna go right into the supporters. Now the supporters is nothing too interesting, just your standard stuff. For Professor Sycamore, discard your hand, draw 7. For N, shuffle your hand. Both you and your opponent shuffle your hand, draw for each prize you have. In any fighting deck, at least 3 or 4 Karina. 1 Teammates, just because Medicham gets knocked out a lot. 2 Lysander. 1 Trump card. See, just standard stuff, nothing really special about it. Now the items, however, is where I like to really mix things up. First off, 3 copies of Focus Sash. Now, you rarely ever see this card anywhere, but I tell you guys, it is one of the most underlooked item cards in a very, very long time. Because, as I said before, Medicham is a low HP Pokemon. Sure, you'll be able to get to maybe a knockout with Medicham before it gets knocked out. However, with a Focus Sash, someone tries to knock it out, boom, it doesn't get knocked out, you discard it, and it has 80. I cannot tell you guys enough how deadly that is to have a Medicham instead of attacking 2 times, attacking 4 times. Tell you, it's just too good, and that's probably the main reason why this deck is so good. And a lot of people haven't even thought of that yet, and I don't see why. Focus Sash, guys. Underlooked tool, just amazing in this deck. And then of course there's also the usual 3 Muscle Band for when that does get discarded to add on to the Medicham and just doing some more damage. Speaking of more damage, 2 Silver Bangle, because the majority of the time it's going to be EXs you go up against, and that 10 extra damage always helps. Next up, even though we have Karina, we got 2 Ultra Balls just to help stretch out the Celebi, and also 2 Repeat Balls, just so you can Karina for 1 Pokemon, use the effect to get a repeat ball and to get another fighting Pokemon that you already have. As usual, 3 VS Seeker, get a supporter from the discard. 1 Professor's Letter, get 2 basic energy. Regular switch and scramble switch. Now scramble switch again, place a strategy in the deck pretty good. Say you got a damaged up Medicham and a fresh one on the field with no energy. Fresh one on the bench with no energy. Play scramble switch, boom. Not only is the fresh Medicham set up, but it's got the 2 energy on it, so pretty good. And 1 Starling Megaphone, just disrupt. And 3 Fighting Stadium, just because it's a choice stadium in any fighting deck. 20 more to an EX. Can't go wrong. Now energy is pretty standard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 basic fighting. And 4 strong. I know it's not a whole lot for a fighting deck, but for this kind, you don't really need an abundance of fighting energy. You do just fine with that. So that was the end version of the Medicham deck. Like I said, so far undefeated over here. And honestly, if any tournaments happen, I'm definitely going to be running that deck. Just because, wow, it's done me so well. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like. Comment what you think about it, if you like it, if you don't. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm Ed with the Pokemon Evolutionaries, and I'll catch y'all later.